Hello everyone, it's Coco here. I hope that you have been well. A couple of weeks ago, I asked my patrons for ideas that they would like me to sketch for an upcoming live stream doodle sesh, which ended up becoming this YouTube video for technical reasons. As you might already know, and if you don't, this is the moment in which you find out, I have been streaming art every week for a little over a year now. In that time, I have hosted a few request events in which people could use their channel points, which is Twitch currency, which you can earn by watching and chatting on somebody's channel, to redeem a custom drawing. But because of the expanding nature of those events, I always work on this digitally, and this time I wanted to paint traditionally. So I asked my patrons in order to have a list before starting to paint, and I received some really fun ideas to doodle. Before I get to work, I want to take a moment to show you these frogs. This month my patrons made the Volti rewards are frog themed, and today is the last day to sign up to receive this in the mail. If you are watching from the future, fear not. The remaining units of these sticker and postcard sets will be uploaded to the secret Patreon shop, the password of which is shared with patrons of all tiers at the start of each month. You can find the link in the description if you want to receive this goodie set in the mail. As you can see, I made a checklist of all the things that I had to draw so that I didn't miss any of them amongst the post comments, and I will be using a mixed media paper sketchbook from Mosseri to paint these. To sketch these drawings, I used a 5H Faber-Castell graphite pencil. For inking, I was alternating between two types of brush tip ink markers. One of them, the one with the cream color barrel, is the Kuretake Bimoji, which has a more flexible point. The other brush is the Kuretake Zig Mangaka in medium size. The Bimoji brush allows a bit more flexibility in the lines, but both produce very nice lines and similar results. I chose one or the other depending on how much variability I needed to achieve with the lines, since the Kuretake Mangaka is a lot less flexible but can achieve greater precision when it comes to thinner lines. Some of the concepts on this first page so far are the cacti friends, the thief raccoon, a chunky pigeon, a moon flask potion, a corgi loaf of bread, and a cowboy chicken. It's always fun to mash up ideas from daily life and mix them to create new worlds and characters. I found it especially funny that someone actually redeemed a warrior ant, because I've been having the most persistent thought that I must rewatch Bugs Life, the Pixar animation movie. I don't know of any movie featuring sentient tricycles yet, but if you happen to know of any, please let me know in the comments. I need to know. One of the reasons why I enjoy working on doodle requests so much is that sometimes people will truly push you out of your comfort zone with the most unexpected random requests. It can also be a chance for you to discover how to adapt an unknown drawing subject into your particular style or technique. One day, while I was streaming, I mentioned that I had uploaded a post to Patreon requesting ideas for this doodle session in case anyone had missed it, and I jokingly said to keep the request to cute concepts and things that would be easy to draw, that could only have the completely opposite effect. And that's how we ended up with a sword-wielding ant and a tricycle with horns amongst the requests. The worst part is that I think that I was the one who used tricycle with horns as an example of precisely what not to request, but still I really appreciated the collective brainstorm. Drawing concepts that I haven't come up with myself is most times very intimidating because when I am brainstorming, I'm deriving one idea after the other from concepts that I am already more or less familiar with drawing and their shapes and the visual language. When someone asks me to draw an insect that I don't know how to simplify from memory, or a complex object that I have never drawn before, my brain has to study the shapes and look at references because I absolutely cannot draw a tricycle from memory, let alone one with horns. Unfortunately, for part of the video, I forgot to press the record button, losing the footage for the watercolor part of the first page. But I think that the second page was actually the one that turned out the most balanced in terms of palette. I think because I was painting them all at the same time, and because it's been a while since I had painted watercolor, I thought it was a good idea to try two different approaches for these 2 pages of doodles, and I'm very happy with how the second one especially turned out. It was a very fun doodle session for me, and I love the ideas that people suggested. I hope to make another of these in the near future. If you would like to participate in the next one, doodle requests are open to patrons of all tiers starting at $2 per month, which allows you to support my work in exchange for some extra content like sneak peeks of upcoming merch, my monthly favorites journal post on Hobonichi, and occasional digital goodies such as wallpapers and printables. Lastly, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I've always wanted to say this, but it's true, it helps creators a lot. I recently learned about using YouTube notifications too. I didn't know what they were until a couple months ago, but I'm living in the future now. So if you would like to stay up to date with the channel, it's as easy as clicking the bell button and you will receive a notification the next time that I upload a video. Well, that is all for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video and I am looking forward to the next one. Bye bye!